What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for my weekly good and bad video for this week. This one's going to be doing the good and bad video of Merle Dixon from The Walking Dead.
You silence the whispers.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. Of course, this one's going to be doing the next good and bad video, of course, leading up to The Walking Dead, the eventual release for The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16, of course. But, really cool that last week you guys wanted me to do a Daryl one, of course, and I did that. But now this week we're going to be doing the other Dixon brother, Merle. So, yeah, the good and bad video of Merle. So I was really excited when I got this one because I really like his character a lot. I do have to say, guys, I think that he is a very underrated character. I really do. I mean, he had some fan support, but man, he was awesome. Like, honestly, he was an awesome character. Now, this video was suggested by Austin, so of course, everybody go subscribe to Austin, a good subscriber here on the channel, and he wanted me to do a video on Merle. So, you know, I have to say, guys, I was, you know, like I said, I was really excited to get this one kind of suggested because, like I said just before, you know, he is, you know, one of those characters that I feel like doesn't get enough credit for how awesome he was in the show. Like, I mean, like I said, he got some credit, but honestly, Merle, for me, is a character that really should have been around longer. I think he could have been. And I know that there are a lot of people that just still love Merle's character to this day. It's like Shane, like, people just never forget about Merle, you know? So, yeah, so anyway, let's discuss Season 1 Merle, and then, of course, we'll have to go to Season 3 because he's not in Season 2, yeah, so basically, he's introduced in Season 1, and he acts a bit like an idiot at first, you know, he, calls T-Dog some names that I'm not going to get into, obviously, you guys know what he calls them, as well as, you know, really just causes trouble with everybody on the top of the roof, and, you know, I have to say, I really like his, like, entrance. He's very, almost maybe like the first threat to Rick or something at first, like really the first real threat to Rick, and he kind of, you know, cuffs him to the roof, and basically he has to, well, first of all, they leave him because T-Dog drops the key down the drain, of course, and it drives me crazy. It makes me laugh so much every time that Daryl is at the camp. I know this is not Merle related, but every time Daryl's at the camp, when they first introduced Daryl, and T-Dog's like, it wasn't his fault, I had key, I dropped it, right? And he didn't say down the drains, he's just like, I had key, I dropped it, and Daryl looks at him, he's like, you couldn't pick it up? Like, you know, he's like, it sounds kind of stupid, like, he's like, and then he's like, I dropped it down the drain, it's like, there you go, like, it's like, wow, it's like, finish your sentence, T-Dog, honestly, but anyway, yeah, it sounds pretty dumb, but anyway, so he drops it down the drain, and has no choice but to leave Merle if he wants to get himself out of there as well, and he has to cut off his own hand, which we do not see, we don't see that scene, but we do see, that he, you know, we see the hand there, and we see the blood, and the trail of blood and stuff, so it's definitely pretty bad, and he basically takes their van and leaves. So Merle, pretty much at this point, so this is when we don't see him for a while. So you know they kind of give up on Merle after this. They go back to the camp and stuff goes down there. But basically, we get to find out that he joins the governor at a point. So you know, now the one thing is about this, and the good the good decision about this here, right? Like, is that I would have to say that Merle is one of those people that it's like, I like how Merle kind of joined a group of people that are very similar to him in a way, like the governor, very crazy, you know, very crazy person. Same thing with Merle, you know, and you know, he kind of joins them, and then we get to see them in Woodbury, of course, and he's pretty much, I'd say, the governor's right hand man. You know, his you know, probably his most important lieutenant, I'd say. And anyway, so we get to see Merle at Woodbury. You know, it seems like a lot of people respect Merle at Woodbury, at least for now, at least until he turns on the governor later. But we get to see you know, the pit fight, of course, or not the pit fight, but like the like the wrestling fight or whatever, with like the zombies coming at him and Martinez and stuff like that. And you know, I really do like how he really does fit into the community. So that's good. It's good for Merle to be with people that are very similar to him, like somebody crazy like the governor and stuff like that. But here's when it gets bad. So basically he decides to, well, first of all, he has no choice but to go after Michonne when she leaves. And, you know, he doesn't kill her. He can't kill her. He's not able to kill her. And basically the one kid, Carjulio or whatever, if you guys remember that guy, right, of course, you know, he's like, I'm not going to lie to the governor about it. He's like, okay, and he's like, what, you know, say your name again, Carjulio or whatever, and he's like, Carjulio, hear that bird? just right out of nowhere, and shoots him right down. And of course, he takes his gun or weapons or whatever from him, and he basically goes back to the governor and lies to him about killing Michonne. That was a bad decision by Merle's part. That's the first bad decision Merle did, was lying to the governor, because it does not get him very far. He gets attacked by Michonne, his eye gets taken out, and who's to blame for it? Merle, of course, right? So, yeah, it is. It's his fault that Michonne was even able to come back to the governor at all. Now, obviously, I love Michonne and all this kind of stuff. I love Michonne, but just on Merle's side of things, you should have probably kept trying to kill her, because, or at least tell but you can't tell the governor you didn't kill her either, so, I get it, but at the same time, it's like lying to the governor, not the best option. It didn't get Merle very far. So we get to see him, first of all, he meets up with his brother again in a very bad circumstance, of course, when the governor is planning on killing Merle. He basically has him and Daryl fight to the death, which, I thought was pretty cool, but you get to see the crowd kill him. It's like, man, these people are not just these innocent people walking around the streets like you think. They're like, kill him! Like, it's like, man, like, honestly, these people are crazy. You guys remember the part where Rick told Herschel, he's like, he had Daryl and Merle pitted against each other, crowd fight, telling them to fight to the death, and Rick looks at Herschel and he's like, what kind of sick mind does that? And I love how Herschel says, the kind that this world creates. That's an awesome line, and that's what I thought when you see the people just cheering for them to fight to the death. It's like, oh my god, man, Woodbury's not that nice of a place anymore, But anyway, so, of course, Merle joins with Rick and the others, not for long, of course, when Daryl kind of decides to go off with Merle, and he kind of realizes when it comes to these people on the bridge and stuff like that, when Daryl's saving them, that Merle doesn't really care about anybody but himself, and Daryl decides to go back to the prison, and Merle kind of goes back with him. So, Merle joins the prison group. Things are a bit tense with him there, though, but he does help out. I'll definitely give him that. He helps out. And I do like the scene as well with Herschel and Merle as well. Where basically, they're talking about the Bible and stuff like that, and Woodbury had a damn good library or whatever, and it's one of the only things I miss about it and that type of thing. So, pretty cool stuff there, and he has military, experience, so definitely Merle can be very useful to them, and he was, but definitely very reckless at times as well, like when he wants to fight Glenn just so he can get back to his brother, when Daryl, Rick, and Herschel go meet the governor and stuff like that. Bad decision to just try to fight Glenn and just try his best to just get through Glenn to get out of there. It's definitely, Merle was a bit reckless, so I have to say, very bad decision on him trying to be reckless, or being too reckless, and wanting to just, like, kill the governor right then and there, like, wherever he is, like, whatever, definitely. But, the other thing about him, of course, is his death. So, he goes out fighting, of course, I'd say, of course, at first, he's gonna trade Michonne, but then he's like, the governor's gonna kill them anyway, so why not save this good human being, Michonne? Why not save one of the only decent people in this world left? Why not say, go back to the prison, get ready for what's next, and I will deal with the governor? That's what I like about Merle. He goes out fighting. He brings, a group of walkers with him. He brings the car, and he goes, and he almost takes down the governor. He shoots, like, at least, I counted at least 6, but the governor said 8 of his men died because of Merle. It's like you have to give him credit. And then, of course, right as he has the governor, then the walker comes up, of course, and he's fighting the walker, and then Merle, of course, gets beat up by the governor's guys, and the governor, you leave him to me, right? He takes him, and of course, they fight or whatever, and he bites his fingers off, of course. The governor, and then, of course, you get to see the governor shoot Merle, and Merle says, just like he said on the roof, I ain't gonna beg. I ain't begging you. So, cool callback at the end there, too. I have to say, guys, I think Merle's character's awesome. Throughout the series, he's very entertaining of a character to watch, that's for sure, and he's very funny, he's very, just, a great actor as well, Michael Rooker, and, I still do, I really miss him in the series. So, there are his good decisions, bad decisions, maybe being too reckless, causing trouble for no reason are probably his bad decisions, but good decisions, going out fighting, and definitely joining a group that's very similar to him, like the governor and stuff like that, because the governor's just crazy as Merle is, well, actually, maybe even more. So, yeah, but anyway, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Merle's character? Write that down in the comment section below. Stay tuned, guys, by the way, next week, we're going to be doing a Maggie video, of course, the good and bad of Maggie from The Walking Dead. I have some things to say about Maggie next week, so yeah, we're going to get into that, and anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Of course, guys, if you're new here, click that subscribe button so to miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon. No review tomorrow night, of course, but, you know, I'll try to release another Walking Dead video for you guys really soon. And, of course, I'll catch you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.